Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry with a bit of a dry, somewhat raspy throat, and it's time for some more Battle Brothers with the Legends mod. And all downloadable content, as we can see down in the corner here. Last time we suffered a horrible game-breaking bug related to the camping system. So sadly it was finally time to start a new company once again. Actually, no, that's not entirely true. Last time we played the Silver Swords, and they perished to a man fighting against Nachzeres and ghosts and ghoulies and all kinds of nasty, horrible things. So, I said I'd probably start another Crusader run this time. I like the Crusader feel and theme, although I do feel that some of the equipment the Crusader has is rather powerful. Let's pick a starting banner. Now, my friend Marius rather likes this one. It doesn't quite do it for me. I appreciate it for its simplicity, but yeah, I'm not going to go with that one just this time. Oh, let's go for some Lending Sun. It was all the way through. I had to cycle way through. I could have just gone one to the left and got there. Let's call these the Ray of Hope. Is that... That's not quite right, is it? The Redemptionist? Something like Redemption is at hand? Something to do with the Sword of Forgiveness, perhaps. We're gonna forgive you. The Forgivers? Sinner's Haven. Forgiveness for all is not lost. Forgiven sinners. So we want to go like forgiveness, indulgences, something like the first stone. Yes, I like it. I do. I'm going to leave Late Game Crisis on random. And because the Legends mod does some things to combat difficulty which are rather significant, it's probably best to leave it on beginner. Veteran is a little more like expert. Expert's a little more like legendary, and legendary is just insane, you know. So, yeah. We'll turn off gender equality for now, because we don't want things like male widows or female eunuchs and stuff like that, where it starts getting a bit silly. Alright, off we go then. And let's hope nothing too bad happens. In fact... Oh, come on. Hey! The bishop had told you the world was dying due to the sins of man, that the end of days is upon us. The dark ones come, and only the furious justice of piety can hold them back. Since then, you have journeyed across the lands to find the root of the infection, to stem the tide of the plague. The more of the world you see, the worse it looks. The corruption is spreading. You followed its tendrils back to its source. Here in these lands you will find the cause. Your faith cannot falter, for you bear the torch into the yawning darkness. A day of reckoning approaches. You must finish your preparations. To arms! Now, a couple of... we're not going to have him call Sir Egbert. That's just not very good. Sarulus. Sir Sarulus the Crusader. We'll have to fix that ugly mug of his as well. Right, so the Crusader starts with a nice array of skills, less levels than the Lone Wolf, but the Lone Wolf Hedge Knight is the closest thing you're going to get to the Crusader. However, he starts with the most broken, overpowered piece of bullshit in the entire game. Let's look at this for a moment. This sword may not be immediately apparent why it's too powerful. Now, it deals less damage than a two-handed sword, a bit less damage against armour, a bit less effective against armour. You know, overall it's somewhere between a one-handed sword and a two-handed sword, but leaning heavily toward the two-handed sword skills. However, it has the one-handed sword slash as a skill, so it has the overhead strike. So it's literally a two-handed weapon that can attack twice for a total of 8 action points. Lighter attacks, admittedly, dealing significantly less damage, but also dealing a lot more damage than a one-handed weapon, and this feels extremely wrong to me. It also has all of the other capabilities of a normal two-handed sword, with this additional flexibility. With a normal two-handed sword, you're having to spend 6 action points to attack. 6, 6, 6. But then having this secondary attack action at 4, it allows you to do things like move 2 hexes and then strike, or strike twice, or strike once, and then see if you need to strike again, or if you can move, and maybe even strike a second opponent. So it basically is a very flexible two-handed sword, and the flexibility is what feels ever so slightly wrong about it. We also have some nice Crusader armour, and it's nice, you know, it's not quite up there with the kind of gear that the Hedge Knight starts with, but it's good. Now, what do we want for our starting perks? Oh, we have to get to level 4 before we can hire even more people, but for now, we can hire an apprentice. We have Fortified Mind as a starting perk. Yes, starting perks. So, everyone who joins our company will gain the Fortified Mind perk. This is brilliant. A brave company. Rebound. Fatigue regeneration is increased by 5 per turn while over 90% fatigued. So, if we get beaten down, we'll start to recover again. We shall arise more powerful than our foes could ever imagine. Now, what have we here? Colossus, always good for a frontliner. Crippling Strikes, again, nice. Crippling Strikes is really nice if you can get Executioner, because the two work together quite well. Especially if there's another perk that sometimes appears down here for Barbarians and Inquisitors, where they have a skill that can increase their chance of inflicting injuries. 9 lives. Quite possibly a very good perk to have, because this is a main character who needs to stay alive. Student. Always a good investment, but not always worth taking, because we only have so many perks, and as a leader we need to be taking like 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to be taking like 3 or 4 of these. We're also going to want like Shield Expert, one-handed sword, two-handed sword, some fighting perks, brawny, Battleforge, and we're probably going to want these 3, 4, 5 perks as well. So basically, sadly, we can't have everything, as is often the case, unfortunately. Oh, Indomitable is really nice, but what we should do is absolutely take Composure here, which grants us immunity to stun. This is an extremely overpowered perk, and the reason it's in the game is because the Crusader has to solo enemy groups quite a lot in the early campaign. Unfortunately, through some twist of the Legends mod, this perk occasionally becomes available to other Battle Brothers as well. Now, we want to be building up as much resolve as possible. We also want our defense and offense to be high. Health and fatigue would be great as well. Now, this is where we get to have fun. Resilient. So I'm looking at resilient, steel brow, and true believer as my main choices here. I'd really like to go with resilient, but true believer. You know what? Devious. Devout, yes. Defiant, yes. Devious, not so much. What else is in the devious group? I can't remember, but it's some weird stuff. Right. So, major critical resistance, or just everything lasts shorter. We'll go with everything lasts shorter for now. Yeah. Urgh. He's gonna be tough. Oh, 5! And I was really going to, but no. There we go. We'll give him his nice little satchel and some bandages. And we'll pop in this lovely castle here and see if there's anyone we can hire. This would be amazing if we could have a squire. Swords, polearms, hammers, crossbows, heavy armour. Oh wow. He's probably really good. How much does he want a day? Front 20. So if we hired him, we'd literally have to find money within a day. Yeah, we can't do that, sadly. We might be able to come back though if we can. Okay, who else we got here? Gisela, a much cheaper squire. Swords, polearms, hammers, heavy crossbows, heavy armour. Seems well informed, has great qualifications, has superb stamina, and is fast. Does that mean he's impatient? Strikingly astute, has been instructed by someone skillful. Lifts weight for hours and is quick as a flash. I mean, if we had an insane amount of money, we could really invest here. I think Gisela is the one we shall hire. Oh, fearless, survivor, not too shabby. However, we'll at least go something a little easier to pronounce. Gervais. Yes. And now we need to go find employment. We could spend money here, but we basically can't afford to. It's all beyond our means. We do at least have suitable provisions. And because it's the Legends mod, and because every time we restart the Legends mod it's all the camping skills all over again, I'm not going to read camping skill text. We now have the training camping activity. That is lovely. For those of you not familiar with the Legends mod, the camping system adds a lot of camping skills, which I'm not too fond of. I wish there was an option to turn them off. It essentially turns your camp into a town that you carry around on your back, and it makes visiting towns somewhat redundant in some regards. I say some, not all. Surely these peasants are coming from somewhere. And I do indeed see the signs of a settlement here in the distant mists. Ah, excellent. A one skull contract. Lovely. We can't hire anyone else because we don't have room in the company yet. These things are all Legends mod things, but I'm just clicking the link to essentially get them off the list. We may purchase food from here once we're done. However, you find Willem the Guildmaster reading a scroll. He throws the paper at you and asks you to read off the names. The handwriting is difficult, but not more so than the names themselves. You stop and apologise, stating that you're not from these parts. The man nods and takes the scroll back. It's alright, sellsword. If you are wondering, those were the names of men, women and children who've passed in the last week. The last week? There were a lot of names on that list. The man, seeming to read you, nods somberly. Aye, we are in a bad way. So many lives lost. We believe this to be the work of foul creatures, beasts beyond our ken. Obviously, we'd like you to go and find and destroy them. Would you be interested in such a task, mercenary? Of course. This sounds like just the heroic duty we have come to this land to do. He nods. Yes. Good, I was thinking about payment for your task earlier. It's 430 crowns and the contract is done. Never mind, good sir, we shall set your minds at ease. We will hunt down these villains. Oh, and we've learned the taxidermist camping skill. And put an end to these knavish creatures. Oh, hello. These fellows as well. Welcome to the world of overpowered crusaders. You are about to have a lesson in getting killed. Alright, go to there. Axe to face. Nice. So that was a fairly normal two-handed sword strike. And now our squire may be somewhat beleaguered. Oh, you really shouldn't have done that, mush. Okay, well that's going to get interesting. We'll just use it like a two-handed sword and miss them both. Okay, could be worse. I mean, not much worse at this point. Actually, I've just realised he has the ugly shield I hate. I'll have to fix that. Ooh. Okay, 1 light attack, 2 light attack, and that sword is overpowered as hell. Okay, we're just going to pop down to here for outnumbering bonuses. Oh, that was rough. Okay. Hey, sometimes you miss that 72% hit. It's like playing XCOM. In fact, that's reminded me of something quite nice. Huh. Well, let's settle these to get mended, so we can sell them for more money, and Gervais has gained a level. Well, these frees are nice. I mean, they're not too great, but they're nice. Yeah, we don't need to invest in resolve at the moment. Okay. He's already got 64, which is okay. It's not brilliant, but it's okay. Let's see, crippling strikes. Executioner's polearm? Nah. Ah, yes. Crippling strikes indeed. We do have debilitate available here. He's going to be a monster in combat. If we can keep him alive. Oh, 3 dire wolves and in the woods. This is going to be really rough. Alright, so far we're going to hop on there and make a couple of light attacks here. That's more like it. And then you're going to drop down here and have a hack with your axe. And you're going to go for a big swing. Oh, he is so dead. And then we're going to lap around, making use of our inferior numbers. Oh, it's still standing. How intriguing. We can remedy that. We're gonna go for light attacks. Oh, nice. we now run into the same issue that the lone wolf suffers, which is that of rapidly degrading equipment in the early game and the inability to repair it for a while. We do have a couple of nice wolf pelts, so we can build something fancy out of those. The beast slain, you order the men to take their pelts as evidence. Well, the one man, our squire. Your employer, Wilhelm the Guildmaster, should be most happy to see them. Let's be done with this. We have crowns to collect. And wickedness to vanquish. I said vanquish, not vanquish. Those stupid credit card adverts can get lost as far as I'm concerned. You return to Wilhelm the Guildmaster and lay one of the pelts clear across his desk. Its limp claws rap against the side of the oak. The man lifts one, then lets it fall again. I see you found those beasts we were looking for. You tell him of the battle. He seems most pleased, taking a small wooden chest out of his bookshelf and handing it over. 430 crowns, as agreed upon. The people of Nesselwald deserve the reprieve you have given them from such horrors. Indeed they do. And we shall vary our diet a little while we're here. That is excellent. We'd love to hire the woodsman who's here, but we simply can't. We need at least one more task or fight before we can do so. And we have another camping skill. That's excellent. We don't have an ambition yet, but surely it's coming. That is a ruin. So there may be a mission later on to go help rebuild it. Oh yeah. What did I call on that? Sir Sarabas? Sarulus. Not Garrulus. That would be foolish. Is this a dead end? No, maybe not. There is another task here though. Lots of lovely people here. Oh. Lady Boyer, okay. Another 2 Fletchers? Indeed. And a Boyer. Yeah, so there are some... That's when we get into the alternate gender careers. That's totally fine. You enter Friedwald, and a man immediately approaches, trundling through the mud to get to you. He announces himself as someone in the employ of Ragnar of Friedwald, a man of some power in this town, and he, along with the forts and monies of others, have decided to seek your services. Ragnar of Friedwald looks solemnly at the ground. He unfurls a scroll, showing you a face. This is Olaf, a brigand at large who we captured the other day. He once led an outfit of vagrants that used to harry and raid our town day and night. The problem is he's not really the head of the snake, but one head of a hydra. Kill one criminal head, another takes its place. So what's the answer? Why, kill them all, of course. That's exactly what I want you to do, sellsword. Are you interested? Let's talk money. He nods. You look able, so I am willing to pay quite a bit. You'll get 370 crowns when the contract is done. We accept. Brigands shall be cast out of this land. That is a not entirely unreasonable price for wood. If we can get that down... Oh yes, we need a nicer shield for our man, but that is a hefty price to pay for it. And we get another camping skill. This is good. We have not yet had to... Oh, no, we have tools. It's okay. As is customary, you assemble the one man and explain the company's next steps. My brother, the first stone must show the world that we are forged of a hotter fire than other mercenary bands. As our reputation grows, so too will the influx of crowns to our coffers. Let us forge a path to greatness. Allies is a relatively easy one to get. I mean, it's like 2 in a village, 3 in a town, sometimes 4 in a large city. You know, let's just go around the mountains. It'll be easier going on the legs and knees. In fact, we might get a real easy way in. Oh, 9 of you, that's gonna be... I think we're fighting. If they can't claim all the high ground, we can. Okay, this is going to be rough. It's all about that hex there. Okay, you can get up there. That's a good start. And because this sword is so overpowered, you can even make an attack after arriving. I mean, don't get me wrong, in almost every other way, a two-handed sword is more powerful, but the one-handed sword being capable of making a single light attack, or 2 light attacks, is something that the two-handed sword simply cannot do. And it's all about the action point economy in that case. And you're an idiot. Alright. Can I kill them both? No, but I damn well tried. Now, Gervais, you're going to have to hold out a little moment longer. The cleaver is rather nasty, we can agree. Now, it's annoying because I'd like our Crusader to tie these up here while the Squire goes after these slingers. We simply may not have that option. We're going to try and get to there though. Lovely. Oh yes, thank you so much. You've made it a lot easier. Possibly too easy actually at this point. Okay, and a light attack because it's overpowered. And now they're probably going to start running away. So this is where the barbarian's favourite skill of adrenaline would come in handy, because it would allow us to run to about, say, here, adrenaline, and then go first again next turn to clear the gap. Unfortunately, as it currently stands, we're not going to get to do that. But we are going to get him though. That was a mistake. Yeah. Yeah, go on, you stay there. You stay there and feel confident. I should have gone for a single, but he might have survived it. Yeah, not so confident now. Let him run, we won't be able to catch him. We will, however, get a few things by rights of pillage. Alright, now, we do want to increase our company size. Second wind, really tempting. You know what, that's nice. That's nice. That is very nice. We can always get another 4 there quite easily. And you get Executioner. You're going to want some defensive. And 4's nice, but hey, we'll get you a little bit of health as well. Seeing as you don't have Colossus yet. Alright, so now getting back to our actual task, after which we'll probably be looking to end the episode. We have vagabonds here to deal with. Scallywags. So let's do it. Okay, thugs. Yeah, thugs are manageable. So, I'm noticing we get a lot more thugs in the early game than we do rabble with the Legends mod these days. This is probably, you know, down to just being the latest version of the Legends mod, but it's a nice increase, don't get me wrong, but it is a significant change in the balance that I'm not quite used to yet. So, we shall take the high ground. Morally, if not physically. you shouldn't have done that, pal. You shouldn't have done that, because we're going to do this. And we're going to do it again. See? Oh, you really shouldn't have done that now. Oh, thank you so much. And everything misses. Because all the special attacks never hit, no matter what difficulty setting you're on. Alright, so just lay into him a little bit. Nice. And a big sweep. Excellent. He's not a threat anymore. He is though. And we're going to have to deal with that. Oh! Good move. Not so good move. Right. Oh man, this is rubbish. Okay. There we go. Terrify them all. Oof. Our squire will definitely be getting an equipment upgrade in the not too distant future. Okay, he is exhausted. And our broken, overpowered 200 sword. You know what? No, we're standing right next to him. He doesn't deserve to be allowed to surrender just like that. Alright. So that's a 40, that's a 45, that's a 50, that's a 70. Yeah, those are both better. Alright. So obviously we're going for Brawny. Wait, no, we're going for Debilitate first. Go for that. Go for that. And that, because that's quite nice. I think 87 Resolve is quite a fair bit, don't you? I mean, yes, that's including bonuses, I know. But we now have an increased company size. So we can take on a few more hands. Which, to be fair, we will probably be needing. How bad are we looking on repairs? Really? Nah, see, that's not right. That's a lot of mending to do. Oh, did I? That's weird. Did not mean to put that on recycle for some reason. And here we are, coming back into Friedwald. Ragnar of Friedwald grins as you enter his room and lay a sacked head on his desk. You need not stain my fineries to show you completed the task, Sellsword. I've already gotten news of your success. The birds in these lands do travel fast, don't they? Your payment is in the corner. And we've been paid. Lovely. However, I think this is a perfect time to end the episode. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'll say bye-bye for now, and cheerio!